Coming up in what's happening around the West Midlands this week. Cannabis seized in Tipton. Violence breaks out again in the Black Country. Just Stop Oil protesters acquitted. And we take a look at other reports we have covered on what's happening around the West Midlands. All coming up on today's show. Right then viewers, back again. Andy's Vlogs and Food Reviews here today. And welcome to today's show. What's happening around the West Midlands this week updates. And we're going to start with cannabis seized in Tipton. Now, we've covered a story before, haven't we, on cannabis that was seized in Wolverhampton. But in Tipton, over 60 cannabis plants have been found above a takeaway shop in the Horsley Road in Tipton. Yeah, what's my opinion on this? I mean, yeah, I believe it's the second incident that's happened now. I believe there was one in Wednesbury as well that happened, I think, earlier on in the week. And I believe there was some cannabis plants found in Wednesbury as well. So there's quite a few incidents with cannabis being found, isn't there? And it's a really sad situation when you see some of these places and you see the police having to raid them, and you know, I've seen quite a lot of things being covered where they're doing a lot of raids lately, and there seem to be a lot of places that's hiding these cannabis plants, and yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? And you just don't know why. You know, this keeps happening, and it seems to be happening more on a regular basis now. That we're seeing quite a lot of these police incidents where they're having to seize these plants, and we're seeing quite a lot, like I say. But like I say, there's been, I think it's the second incident in a week. With Wednesbury and with Tipton, and like I say, there's been so many. Like I say, we covered that one in Wolverhampton, didn't we? Which was found near the train station, wasn't it? So yeah. So what do you make of what do you make of what's going on with these cannabis plants? What do you think? What do you think? Is there anything more you think the police could perhaps do? What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Right then, on to the Black Country, and unfortunately Horsley Heath, which we covered unfortunately before, didn't we, with the post office. Yeah, a few incidents in the Black Country of late have caused real concern amongst local residents in the Black Country. Up to 20 people were fighting with weapons such as knives and bats. Yeah, I mean, again, this is a real problem, isn't it, around Horsley Heath area at the moment. I mean, we had, like I said, just in the start of the clip, there's a lot going on around that part of Horsley Heath at the moment. Obviously, we had, like I said, they had the post office where they had a couple of people who, I believe it was arson, didn't they, and the post office fire, and it's still shut now. Obviously, it's still in a bad way. No, it's a shame, obviously, that happened, and what's going on in the Black Country? Why are people resorting to, you know, weapons and fighting, and why is everything kicking off? You know, what is going on? You know, around the Black Country, viewers. You know, it's a real concern, isn't it? And I think, you know, that my opinion on this, I think the police need to perhaps give stiffer prison sentences to these people who are doing this, because it's a real shame for the local residents of Horsley Heath, and Greybridge and Tipton and all round that surrounding areas, because you really don't want to see it, do you? You know, you want to go to work, you want to do a day's work, you want to come home to a nice safe home, have your tea and watch the telly and do whatever, and the last thing you need to see is police tape everywhere around these buildings. And if you only lived over the road or near, I believe this incident was quite a few houses. You know, it's not nice to see, is it? You're coming home and you put your car on the drive, or you've come off the bus and you're seeing it all kick off. It really isn't good. And my opinion is, I think the police just really need to, you know, look at perhaps stiffer sentences for these people who are doing this, because there's just no place in society for violence, for fires, for knife crime, for gun crime, for using weapons, anything like that. And the police need to do more, in my opinion. But what do you think of it? What do you live in the Hallsheath area? Do you live in Tipton or Greybridge or anywhere around there? What do you think? What do you think can be done to try and make it a more safer and a more pleasant area to live in? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Right, on to the next story. I wasn't going to cover this actually. When I looked at it, you know, it's a story that makes my blood boil, to be honest. But I'm going to talk about it because it's something that's been happening quite a lot. But it has come up in, but obviously because I just try and stick to the West Midlands at the moment. I am thinking of looking into further afield, but I'm going to stick to the West Midlands for now. In Birmingham, I believe this happened, I think it was last April, I believe. 3 people have been acquitted after they were on land. They were protesting on a pier that it was not private, and they believed to be to do with I believe it was a lorry. So yeah, so what's my opinion on what about Just Stop Oil? You know, these guys really need stopping, don't they? I mean, they're just. I understand we all have opinion on the way the world is right now. None of us, there's a lot of people I know, myself, it annoys me sometimes, you know, there's days when I just get really angry with some of the things that are going on in the country at the moment. There's a lot of things that I know myself am not right, and I think things should be done. I think we have entered a sort of clown world now with a lot what's going on at the moment, and these guys Just Stop Oil. We all have a right, in my opinion, to protest when we have a dispute or we disagree with something. But when you are doing stuff like blocking roads to stop people going to work or go about their daily lives or anything else, I mean, I believe there was one Just Stop Oil, I believe I've seen it on YouTube, I think, he actually chained himself to a goalpost on a football match. Why? There is people who go to those football matches and any other events, and I think I've even seen one on the tube in London. It's dangerous, guys. If you are doing this, if you are going to protest, do it peacefully. Don't go out and disrupt people's lives. You're putting yourselves at risk, you're putting other people at risk, and it's not right. It really isn't. I mean, like I say, with Just Stop Oil, it's wrong. It's wrong. Just Stop Oil, Extinction Rebellion, all of them. All these people who are doing this, you know, I have a feeling that something terrible could happen if it carries on. You just sense that somebody is going to lose their patience with these people who are doing this. And like I said, I haven't got a problem with people protesting or disputing anything, because I think we all have a right to an opinion based on anything that goes on. But if you're going to do something, always think of the consequences and do it in a safe and responsible manner. If you do something irresponsible, there's going to be consequences. But if you are doing this or you're thinking of doing it, don't. Because think of what you're doing before you do it. But yeah, I do know that a lot, like I say, it has been across the media, hasn't it? You know, it's with Just Stop Oil and like I say, Extinction Rebellion and everybody else who's, you know, who's campaigning for these different protests and whatever. It's, you know, it's not right, is it? If you're going to do it properly. Don't endanger your life or others. If you're going to do this, you know, it's not right. But what do you people think on Just Stop Oil? What do you think? I know what a lot of you are going to say in the comments if you do watch this, you know, and yeah. But if you are one of those who think it's right and you have your reasons, I would hear from you as well. I would definitely be interested in your side of the story. Right then, viewers, away from all the doom and gloom. Thank God for that. We're away from the doom and gloom. It's not. I try not to cover doom and gloom, unfortunately. The media reports I have a look through and I try and find some positive stuff, but unfortunately, there's not much about lately. But as we said at the start of the show, we're going to We're going to cover some of the things we reported on previously. Yes, the McDonald's is all up and running. It's been up a while now. I just haven't got round to Brownells to doing it, unfortunately, with time going against me. But it's nice to see that the McDonald's has replaced the police station. It's all up and running well. So, yeah, if you are in the Brownells area, or you go to Brownells, McDonald's is all up and running now, instead of the police station, which I did cover if you remember. And I think I've also seen that the KFC is also up in Wolverhampton as well. We did a story on that, didn't we? It was an old shop and it was abandoned. And I think it was a coffee shop, I think. I could be mistaken, but I think it was. And that is now a KFC, and I did report on that there was going to be a KFC potentially being there. And I believe that is up and running as well. So that is something else. So if you are in Wolverhampton and you like your chicken, pop along to KFC. Right, and I think that's everything, viewers. I think I can love and leave you now. But what's your thoughts on any of this? You know, like I say, viewers, when I do these stories, it's only my opinion. I do always say it's my opinion and my opinion only on pretty much everything I do. You know, so keep it kind in the comments. You know, if you are going to be hateful towards me or anything, don't put it in the comments. But I do respect your opinion, because it's all about opinions and freedom of speech in my, like I say, that is my view. But I welcome your thoughts. But thank you very much for watching what's happening around the West Midlands. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Thanks to everybody who subscribed to the channel of late. I really do appreciate it. And thanks to all the lovely comments. I'll see you on the next one. And it's bye for now.